I have not decided at all what character I'm going to do yet. Most recently, though, we did Daughter and Hidden. Hidden was yesterday. We had an extremely sloppy bleed run that nevertheless resulted in a victory. So I guess it's either Tempest or Enlighten today to start with here. May or may not have time for multiple runs. We'll see. I think we'll just start with some good old Lightning Tempest, though, here. This is one of the easiest decks to play. And, oh boy, after the mild fiasco we had last time, something a little easier might be nice. Oh! Right when I clicked it, Sonic voted for Monk. Dang, dude. Alright, well, we're gonna do him next, though, of course. We got a Grounded, huh? That is interesting. This deck already has 2. We can have 3 Groundeds. Otherwise, we got big block, block adjacent card. I don't even know what you'd call Surefoot. It's good block, it's good rage, it's good carrier Void Stones. All of that, of course, contingent upon an upgrade. This card is kind of crappy without an upgrade. Second Chance, not that bad either. Sorry, Sonic. Next time, I swear, alright? Also, if you guys are not aware, I've got channel points set up now, and one of the options is to pick my class and starting deck for the next run. You can also make me do challenge coins, or change any of the various cosmetics. So if you guys have channel points saved up from watching the stream, that could be a fun little option for y'all. Anyway, I think we're just gonna roll the Grounded. 3 has gotta be too many, right? That's gotta be too much of a meme. Heavy-Handed! I love Heavy-Handed. If I'm gonna have a 1-cost buff one way or the other, I guess I'd rather have a different one than what I already start with 2 copies of. Heavy-Handed's so fun, but it really just kind of depends on your Zeal tree. If that's any good or not. Let's see what we can make it do. So, Heavy-Handed makes you want heavy cards. Big shock, I know. So, how about I take the heavy card? Sounds pretty good. I gotta get used to looking at the camera. It's like down here, but chat's like over here and the game is here. I may just be looking off to the side most of the time. We'll see about that, though. Okay. So let's see. We'll shrink this down a little bit. There we go. And I might move that. Hey, what's up, Adam? 5K1. Thanks for the kind words. And welcome to the stream. Yeah, I was saying, I need to shave, man. I need to get a haircut, too. I'll probably have done that by next stream, though. Open your third eye and you'll have an eye for each. Yeah. There we go, dude. Okay, what are we looking at here? I see a Retaliate. Prime Koryu, Great Vulnerable, Grease Lightning, really nice heavy attack. Hold Firm, I guess, is worth highlighting. Really, really good block. Everything else I could honestly take or leave. A lot of good defense here, but our defenses should already be pretty solid with that starting pack. Okay. This is interesting. If I get these 2 cards I want, I have to give up 2 upgrades, potential Raven's Gift, and a Point of Fervor. That is actually a pretty hard sell, but I really want both of these cards, and they come with potions. Jeez. Do I value 2 potions and 2 cards I really want over 2 upgrade points and a Point of Fervor? Hope y'all can't hear my dog there. He is freaking out. So if I go this way, I mean, I really want to go to the Elite, so this is our path. I don't have any classless cards yet, do I, that I want to actually get rid of? I kind of want to use both of these. This is such a terrible path, like... I guess I could go down, like... I don't want to do that, though. Like, is this really the play? And then I have to choose between the What a map! Okay, let's actually examine the Zeal tree. If we're gonna be doing stuff with Heavy-Handed, and if we're gotta be making decisions about how much fervor we want. we can get some Rage, Shock Application, or Vulnerable. That's pretty good. Meanwhile here we've got some defense. Pretty good defensive options here. Block 8, incurring a block card and +1 energy basically. Those are really strong. So I would probably want either of the tier 2 Zeal 5s, which one I haven't decided yet, but that's 2 points of Fervor either way. 1 point is fine here, but 2 points is probably better. Block 3 is, like, honestly okay. Otherwise, I would probably take one of these two. Depending on how much overcharge we end up with, we might even want to avoid this one, so that could be like 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't need that much. Don't need that much Fervor. Dang, dude, this path is so whack, though. Yeah, I don't really like it, but I think this is at least what we're gonna start going down. We'll decide if we want this card pack or not as the time draws near. Until then, let's cut 2 charges for the other good attacks we have. Heavy-handed, kind of worthless right now. Maybe later. We'll swap out one of these. And then do I want Issue Challenge? It's a large block card. Really large. I mean, given how dense my damage is now with the second chance and the rebuke, I think I can cut another charge and do this. Very heavy on the defense, but that should be fine. We should be able to just kill everybody pretty quickly. And I might as well just overcharge, even though this doesn't do anything relevant with Zeal. Probably the next turn. Okay, so let me actually look now. Am I covering anything up with this face cam? Not really, no. I don't think this is a problem. Obviously, you guys can't see like the discard pile numbers and stuff, but I don't know how important that is. Alternatively, I could go like up here. I don't know. If anyone in the chat has strong opinions about where I should go, sound off. I think I'll leave myself in the top corner here. Just, I mean, these numbers aren't super important, but they're there, just in case you guys want to see them. There's nothing in the other corner at the moment. So, yeah. Sound off if you have any opinions. Love this soundtrack, man. Such a jam. Hey, what's up, Remo? How you doing? Good to see you. Also, purely out of curiosity, do I look like what you guys thought I would look like at all? I'm interested to hear what people have to say about that. Prime Corey's definitely gonna come in. Vulnerable's huge here. Not at all. Now I gotta ask the follow-up question. What did I? What did you think I looked like? Top right is good. You're not center frame. Yeah, like I said, I've literally got my cell phone propped up on a couple of books and stuff right now. That's what we're doing. I don't even have like an actual phone stand. So it's a little janky right now. We're just testing it out, and I'll come up with a more comprehensive solution if people like it and if they want to have it there. Because sometimes I also am of the opinion that it's better just not to have a face cam. Like, someone I really like the way they do their streams is Lethal Frag. He does what he calls no frills, so like, there's no, nothing popping up on the screen, no like, you know, notifications for like follows and subs and stuff. I'll shout y'all out and stuff, of course, too, you know, but like, letting the gameplay be like the primary thing that is focused on, he does that, and he doesn't even have his webcam on during most of the gameplay. It's just like in intermissions, and I really like that style personally as a viewer. I don't know how you guys feel. I guess feel free to sound off, but yeah, we're just trying it out. Bentley says he thought I was a 6'4" muscle mountain with purple braids like a Street Fighter character. Well, I play T-Hawk in Street Fighter 4, so if that's, I guess you were kind of getting onto something there. I hope the character that seems like it's going to be a T-Hawk replacement in 6 ends up having most of his toolkit. 'Cause boy, do I love me some T-Hawk. Just go ahead and take you out. Hit 7. I don't know if I have any people in the chat who like to play fighting games. I sure do. And hey, Bentley Beaver, thank you for the Prime subscription, man. Enjoy the emotes, enjoy your fancy Founder's Badge, since you're one of the first 25, I believe it is, subscribers to this channel ever. In fact, you're number 7. Very cool, man, very cool. Okay, so here, I do kind of like all of these cards, honestly. Like, I guess I don't really need the second chance, but it is a heavy card, and we do have a heavy-handed. Surefoot, pretty bad without an upgrade, but very good with an upgrade. We can only roll exactly once anyway, so, like, I mean, how good really is that, you know? Nowhere else to spend money until the Well of Stars. I think we're just gonna save our cash. Yeah, that's gonna be the plan. Blackstone, though, so, you know, heavy-handed with a Blackstone. We've done this before, I think, right? Or did we? No, we did a Greenstone and we duplicated it. It's vaguely similar with the Blackstone. It's an option. I'm definitely saving the Blackstone for the time being, one way or another. I will also grab this Grease Lightning, even though we're not really going to be drawing much from it. 25 damage, big chunky hit, benefits the rage and stuff really well. Sonic says, I expected to see Hidden without the hood. Dude, Hidden's got some nice hair, alright? The way that just, like, perfectly comes out in that curl. I don't know what kind of product he uses. I don't use anything personally, I just comb my fingers through it. I got some thick hair, dude. This stuff gets hot in the summer. Okay. Let's see here. Can only do this many. Get up to 7 Zeal, good stuff. Okay, so Prime Courier with second chance deals 30. Thick hair gang unite. Yeah, man, it's I live in the South, in the American South, so it gets pretty hot pretty often, and it's a little bit not super fun to deal with. For a while, I was buzzing this stuff all the way down, but my wife likes it when I leave it longer, so I don't do that so much these days. We're always playing Dissipate, of course, and we actually have Overcharge, so now there's 3 Shock. So it's going to be with Vulnerable. Oh yeah, that's the other thing, my phone over here, now I can't just whip out a calculator so easy. I've got one of the graphing calculators here in my desk, but I don't think it has batteries. Nope, no batteries. I used to write programs on this thing. I don't know if any of you guys ever did that. I would sit in class and I would write programs on my TI-84, make like games and stuff. Like I made like a janky version of like Oregon Trail and stuff. That was pretty fun, man. Good memories. I think we're just gonna go ahead and second chance on the one that's almost dead already. Draw some cards. Yeah, this seems better. Very sad that we can't hit 7 Zeal here, but just get a little bit of damage. No functioning calculator? Are you even a real Vault of the Void player? I guess there's always the Windows calculator. I can pull that up. Yeah, sometimes you need a calculator for this game. Although, interestingly, one thing I always thought was interesting about like this game versus Slay the Spire is that in Spire, very often you could be like really specific with your calculations and like predict into the future, like, okay, I'm gonna draw this and this and this, and I'll have this relic triggering and this modifier, and the enemy will have this thing happen on their turn. And you could get like really deep into the nitty-gritty. Whereas with this game, it's not quite so much, because there's so much stuff going on. Like, even if you're a really experienced and smart player, you're probably gonna miss something. And just being able to hover over and see the damage prediction is usually what you need. So I don't feel the need to use a calculator as often as like when I played Spire, for example, or just do math in general. Anyway, first potion here, we get a Bottled Lightning. Or no, that's not our first potion. The first one was the Exploding Bottle. We've got 3 potions already, man. That's a lot. First point of fervor, as per usual, we're just gonna put it into 5. Having something to happen when you trigger 5 instead of nothing is almost always a better deal than upgrading your 3 or your 7, at least for your first point of fervor. And this is a good one. I mean, delay rage 25%. The discharge is a bit iffy. We probably don't want to discharge right now. But, you know, we're planning on upgrading this one to either Force Shock or 1 Vulnerable. The fact that we have Prime Quarry means maybe the Force Shock. We'll see. I can see the Blackstone we have going on Prime Quarry to have extra Vuln. We also have this Powered Shield. Probably don't really want that. We don't ever have much overcharge at this stage, so discharging 3 is probably not going to happen. 1 extra energy for 4 extra block over a standard Dissipate. That's not really a good deal. Super low on upgrades right now, but we knew that was going to happen. We made our choice. Get myself another drink here. We're having some Black-O-Lantern Pumpkin Stout. Seasonal craft beer. I live in an area with a lot of craft beer, which is pretty cool. That's my drink of choice. Nice dark beer. And normally during the summer, it's hard to find that stuff. Everyone's making like Pilsners and IPAs and things. Okay, so the Handcrake Lantern. This could be a good source of overcharge, especially because we're getting 25% rage every time we hit Zeal 5 on the next turn. And we can get more rage here. So, like, if we're hitting this, then when we start next turn, we hit this. That's immediately enough rage to trigger the Lantern. Music is a bit loud. Yeah, I'll turn that down a little bit. We're back on some YouTube this time. Okay, 1 second. Alright, I'm gonna go grab something from the kitchen for my wife real quick. 1 second. Okay. Bentley Beaver says, I'm on Electric Bear Brewing Co. You call that dancing IPA? I have not heard of that one before. I'm not really an IPA guy, personally. The bitterness gets to me. I don't even drink coffee. I don't like bitter drinks all that much. I like stuff that's smoother, sweeter, that sort of thing. But I know that IPAs are, like, super popular. Most of my friends are into IPAs. I guess we're just doing double grounded here. I could play a charge as well. I mean, I guess. No real reason not to. 2 out of 6. Good energy. Yeah, there's a lot of local breweries. I don't remember where this one actually is from. I got this at the grocery store. This one's not from a local... Yeah, this one's from Salt Lake City, Utah. Normally I like to get local stuff, though, when I can. Always nice to support local businesses. Okay, so probably just double Dissipate here, right? Although that would lose me all my overcharge, which I actually kind of want to keep, so we'll go Dissipate Shield Wall, which is 4, which means that I can play this for 6. So, sure. And we'll bump ourselves up to 7 as well. Bentley says from Bath, UK. What's the brewery scene like in England? I wouldn't know. Last time I was there, I was not old enough to drink. Well, actually, what's even the legal age in England? Maybe I was by English standards. I don't remember. Either way, I didn't have any, but... Guess we'll discharge some more. I will tell you though, man, as stereotypical as it might be, the fish and chips I had when I was visiting England were stellar. They were so good. I still live in Sheffield. It's really good. 18 to drink, loads of microbreweries and tap rooms. Okay, so how old was I? Was I 18 when I visited? I don't even remember. I don't even remember. It was a while ago. Okay, so we're not full blocking here, which was kind of to be expected, I suppose. I definitely want a Prime Quarry. Yeah, I mean, we missed on both of our big attacks, though. We know those are coming up next turn, but the Vulnerable won't last from the Prime Quarry. Do I save it? Do I save it for the extra damage on the bigger attacks? Interestingly, if I can get up to 7 Zeal here, I'll have enough overcharge to actually draw for the Grease Lightning, assuming that I play Galvanize along the way. So let's see, if I want to play this, this, and this, right, for 5, or 6 rather, that means I just purge this, and then I can't play that. That seems fine. Yeah, so we'll go Prime, Dissipate, purge you down, Galvanize. We miss on the 7, but we get about as much damage as we could. I do take some extra damage there from Golem. But first Elite, we've got the Exploding Bottle if need be. So this is already 60 damage, yeah, we're fine. Okay, not too bad for a first Elite. Oh yeah, you guys can see the gamer chair in the background, which I am not using. I'm just using a regular old chair. Believe it or not, I actually don't find those things to be all that comfortable, especially the like support pillows, like the neck support pillow, which is not even on there anymore because we took it off. Really bothers me. So my wife uses that, and I just sit in this thing. But am I even a real streamer if I don't use the gamer chair? Blue stone here. I could put this on like Prime Quarry, I guess. That's okay. Hey, what's up, Divine Shield? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. And thanks, dude. What do you think? Is the face cam a good addition? Not sure if it'll become like a staple of the stream or not. We're just trying it out for now. Are we picking up anything that would be a good blue stone? There's a chest coming up. Hold Firm is a pretty good blue stone. Next one's a yellow. Divine Shield's a fan. Okay, yeah, well, hey. Sounds good to me. And for anyone watching on YouTube when I inevitably upload this, let me know in the comments, all you YouTube watchers, if you guys like the face cam or not. Bentley says, no gamer chair, no energy drink sponsorship, B tier at best. Damn. Your words cut deep, Bentley. Hey, are you even a gamer if you aren't sponsored by G Fuel? Yeah, I think I'm going to continue to be greedy and hold everything. At the very least, we'll see what's in this chest. Well, this is quite the hand. Yeah, sure, let's just play everything and hit 7 Zeal. Good turn, I like it. I'll tell you though, getting the Zeal upgrades so that we have 25% delay rage here seems pretty valuable. Not gonna be for a hot minute though. This is a bit frustrating. I can't fully block without playing 2 block cards. Hey, Eloth, what's up, man? Good to see you here. You're one of the folks that subscribed while I was off on vacation, so I don't understand why people subscribe to channels that are offline, but hey, I appreciate it nonetheless, dude. Thanks for the sub. Hope you're enjoying the emotes. Yeah, so if I have to play 2 block cards, I guess we'll do it this way so that we actually get the shock on him. We'll purge this down. By the way, Eloth, I'm curious if you don't mind me asking, are you a European? Second chance is not happening. Block is gonna come from our Zeal here, so we'll be using the Greased Lightning. So many Europeans always in the chat. UK, sadly, dang. For what it's worth, I did enjoy my time in the UK. But obviously it's very different to visit a country versus living there. That's for sure. Okay, I mean, issue challenge seems pretty perfect. Toss that out. How about a little vulnerable for you as well? We know we've got a galvanize coming up, so I don't really care about this one. Honestly, might as well hit him for this too. I missed out on some shock, but it really doesn't matter. He'll be dead next turn. Yeah, I did like an exchange program with some guys from England, so there was 3 of them. They came and lived at my place. This was when I was in high school. So they came and lived with me for one summer, and then I went and I lived over there in a family's house on the next summer. It was really cool. First time I've ever spent like a really serious amount of time in Europe. Whereas otherwise I'd been in... Well, actually, is Kazakhstan considered part of Europe? I actually don't know. Anyway, Divine Shield, thank you for the subscription, man. Thank you. Always seeing you here in the chat. You're here like constantly. You get the VIP badge and everything. Thank you for the sub. Very much appreciated. Remao says no. Kazakhstan is not considered a part of Europe. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Yeah, I lived there for 2 years. I don't think I've ever mentioned that on stream, but I was in Kazakhstan for 2 years. In like the rural areas out in the middle of nowhere. Kazakhstan is Central Asia. Yeah, I guess that would be considered Asia. It's weird, man. It's a huge country. It's like the 3rd largest by landmass or something like that. I don't know if it's that. It's really big, but nobody talks about it because it doesn't seem to have much importance in the geopolitical sphere. So Heavy-Handed is always like a fun upgrade, but I don't have the stuff to support it yet. I think I should just go for the Surefoot. This card is great when upgraded and virtually unplayable when not. Also potential carrier of this blue stone, but I'd rather put the yellow in it if I can wait that long. Whew, excuse me. Okay, Shift Polarity, I don't think I have any particular way to take advantage of. Duck and Weave is always decent, at least. Crackling Aura is more overcharge, which is kind of nice. Although I'd rather have Rage, because Rage becomes overcharge. Although maybe that's less important, because as soon as we get the next point of Fervor, we're going to be triggering this almost every turn, and then it's not that important. Nonetheless, a 1-cost block card is pretty good, because currently we don't have any of those. All of our block cards cost 2 or even more. So definitely going to take one of these 2. This is technically a 1-cost block card, but you're really not getting that much block out of it. Given that the bosses, 2 out of 3 bosses put Banes in the deck, I think I should probably take the Duck and Weave. Especially if it's the Swamp Mistress. We really don't want to be drawing Banes versus her. And for this upgrade, probably 1 grounded. We'll get a greenstone relatively soon. Having a greenstone grounded plus, pretty good. So we'll go for that. And it's on to the next elite. Performance enhancers here are interesting. If we did go like 8 block here and like keep 3 block here, that would be really strong, but I don't want this. I want Rage for my Lantern, you know? And that makes the enhancers quite a bit less good. Meanwhile, the Flail... The Flail is the one... I always confuse this with the Redeemer's Lash. One of them gives you discharge 1 Ghost on your first attack, and the other one gives you Vulnerable when you start your turn with like 7 or more energy, I think. Because Vulnerable is an option here. I mean, I guess we'll just... yeah, okay, so it is the Flail. The Flail is the one that gives Ghost. The Lash is the one that gives Vulnerable. I think we probably just take an E button here. Right? Like, we're not actually generating that much overcharge, nor do we really want to be ghosting stuff. Bentley says, why do we silhouette relics on the pre-fight screen? It's knowable info. Yeah, so if you're experienced enough with the game, you can definitely identify most relics by their silhouette, and that could influence the way you build your deck before the fight, because maybe that particular relic interacts with a certain kind of card, and you want to have that card in. It's not in there right now. Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really matter when you're playing with the modifier that prevents you, blind spot, that's what it's called. Prevents you from seeing who you're fighting. So if you aren't playing with that, I guess it's just kind of like a for fun thing, like a cute little, you know, way to flex a bit of knowledge. Realistically, this will almost never matter. But yeah, I just sometimes I like to try and do the ultra big brain strats, figure everything out before the fight even begins. But yeah, I think we're just going to take the performance enhancers, or I mean the emergency button. The enhancers are good as well with the hold firm that we might be getting, and they're good with the retaliate, which is nice, but I don't think it's as relevant as the potential for more reliable vulnerable. And also, of course, we can always get the other one in a lost and found that may or may not show up, so button is the choice for me. No threat next turn, so we can do whatever we want here, and that means we're going to set up some overcharge and be a little bit sad that we didn't have a 1-cost card to bump ourselves up to 5 and then spell up to 7. But it's alright, not really a huge deal. Okay, huge amount of damage next turn, but we got a lot of dissipates coming up. If we draw 2 of them, that's 20 block. This gives us 3 more. Not quite enough. Something I need to actually think about. Makes me sort of want to hold the shield wall. Which means we never play that. I guess we'll purge... If I go Galvanize, Charge, Charge, that puts me up to 4 Overcharge, and then this puts me up to 5 plus 2 more. I think that's worth it. So we'll go Charge, Charge, Galvanize, spell. Now we have 6. We hit a threshold for the Stormbrand. Okay, and yeah, we're good in terms of block. We can go Prime, Dissipate, Shield Wall. Still, a lot of damage next turn. Like, actually a ton. Even if we were to purge this and then draw both dissipates, it's not enough. So if we want to hope to full block, we have to hold this. It's getting weird. Button goes off now, though, and yeah, we... The only 2 cards we did not draw were the 2 block cards. There's no way we kill him this turn, right? I mean, I've got the bottle. I will use the bottle here if it kills. I will absolutely use the bottle here if it kills. Because this is 42... Yeah, you know what, actually? I am just going to pull up the Windows calculator rather than mess around with this stuff. Okay. Because this is... actually, got to put it on the other monitor here. So if we go Purge, Purge, that puts us up to 6 energy, 3, 4, 5, that's enough. So we can go Charge, Charge, Rebuke. We're going to have 2 extra energy when we play this, so it's 42 damage and 5 shock. So that's... Oh, geez, dude. This is actually going to be so complicated. This is going to be so... I'm too lazy for this, man. I'm too lazy today. We're just going to go for it, and if it doesn't kill, we use the potion. Boom. Done. Done. Moving on. That never happened. Do I want money or health? The money's not going to be useful for quite a while. But on the other hand, how worried am I about needing health? Mildly worried, I think, is the answer. Do I think I'm gonna die? If I can survive even on 1 health, I think I'm pretty okay with that. Oh. Oh, Sonic. I kind of want to take the money, really. I think I can survive. I'm gonna take the cash. Also, I totally forgot to put these cards in. Should have done that. I think we're gonna take out... Do I take out another charge or do I take out another dissipate? We'll take out a dissipate. And we earned our Yellowstone last fight, so that'll go in the Surefoot. Powered Shield's still a no. Even though we have enough overcharge to actually hit the discharge sometimes now, I don't actually want to do that. I want to retain my overcharge and gain energy off of it, rather than gain block off of it. Do I take the card pack? Card pack costs me a hold firm and a point of fervor, but it gains me an awaited assault and a tower shield. I really like hold firm, but I don't know. I think a card pack could do us some good here. In particular, we would really love to see any of the cheaper heavy attacks. So heavy attacks that cost 1 or 2 would be really good here. Something like a Power Strike, something like a Yin Yang. So I think I actually am going to go for the card pack and say no to the hold firm, even though I really wanted the hold firm. Definitely sad to miss out on that. Okay, well, this is really good. Open with Grounded Plus. Definitely going to play that. Definitely not going to play that. Just do some of this. Do some of this. Nice start there with the 4 overcharge. Grounded down. Vulnerable down. Okay, there's the other grounded. 23 next turn, though, huh? I mean, 21 from the issue challenge plus 3 from the Zeal power seems good. So I think we'll go for that. We'll have lots of energy next turn, like, lots of energy. Sonic talking about the silhouette says, it's a weird decision that's not in line with the design principle of low randomness. Maybe Jeff didn't want a code interface that shows the relics with their effects, and this is a way to make Googling a list of relics and gaining an edge less tempting. I couldn't tell you exactly what his thought process was. If I remember correctly, there did not used to be the silhouette thing at all. You just didn't see it until you got into the fight. And technically it's not random. I mean, the silly thing is that if you look in the compendium, even if you haven't unlocked the relics, you can see their shape, and so you could, like, before the elite fight, exit out, go to the compendium, and cross-reference the shapes you saw and stuff. It is a little silly, but given how infrequently it would matter, I guess you can just shrug it off like, you know, whatever. Doesn't really matter. But you're right. I mean, who's gonna actually do that, right? Nobody's gonna actually do that. So we definitely want to play issue challenge here, which means that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's exactly as much as we have here. And then next turn we just kill him, probably, with the rage and stuff. Yeah, I think so. So charge, issue challenge, galvanize. 40 damage next turn with 8 shock, or rather 48 damage with 8 shock because of the healing. Should be fine. We have both of these. Yeah, he's super dead. Alright, booster pack. Prove that I'm smart. Make this worth my while. We got a Power Strike. I'm not going to complain about that. This card's amazing. Raise Shield's really good as well. This is a great pickup. Paragon's okay. It's a 2-cost heavy card. I was asking for those, so I'm not going to complain too much. Yeah, Divine Shield. Did you see that run I had a little while ago where I had the double Raise Shields? And I kept doing the goofy thing where you, like, raise shields and the only target is the other raised shields, and you just go back and forth. You can even put a Blackstone on one like I did there, and you recur the original raised shields with the second one, the ghosted copy. Yeah, pretty funny. Very neat interaction. Really powerful, too. It's actually very strong. I mean, honestly, this is a great pack, really. Like, I mean, I guess Rumble isn't exactly what I want, because it's self-heavy, even though it works with heavy cards. And, you know, it's a lot better with an upgrade, but we're so short on upgrades right now. These are the only 2 upgraded cards. So it's a bit of a hard sell, especially because if I'm going to want to upgrade the Power Strike, like, a lot. And I may want to upgrade either the Grounded or Heavy-Handed. I don't think Rumble's going to be in the deck. Goodbye, Rumble. Contraposition. I mean, I didn't take Shift Polarity, so I don't really have any good ways to enable this right now. Clashing Steel doesn't really get us there. We need more tempo, but I don't mind having this. Sonic says, the silhouettes reward veteran players, aka insane people, for their knowledge of the game. So this is kind of an interesting point. If you guys, I don't know if you guys play like roguelikes in general, if you guys are just into the deck builders or anything, but I used to play an enormous amount of Binding of Isaac. And Isaac had all sorts of, like, OG Isaac, the one that ran in Flash and stuff, right? It had all these wacky nonsense, like, glitches, weird interactions that were probably unintended, and all sorts of weird stuff. And it used to make me feel, like, really cool and smart when I was able to exploit those to my advantage. Like, for example, if there was, like, a spike tile and then another spike tile in, like, a diagonal pattern like this, you could walk through the little in-between path without taking damage. And so sometimes there'd be like an item surrounded by spikes in like a cross pattern. You could walk through the corner and get it without taking damage. And stuff like that I actually really liked. It made me feel cool, made me feel smart. I felt like I was being rewarded for my knowledge, even though it was clearly not really an intended mechanic. But I liked it. What do you guys feel about that kind of stuff? Do you think that that's like cool? Do you like it? Or does it make you feel frustrated? Because I can see both sides of the coin. I don't know, it's a very interesting topic to me. Very interesting. I think we're just going to continue right now and try to hoard our stones for a while. Power Strike has definitely got to be better than a charge. Ray Shields probably replaces a Dissipate. Paragon's alright. I almost want to replace another Galvanize here, but like, we don't want too many of our attacks to be concentrated in these expensive cards, because a little bit of leeway to boost up our zeal by the right amount matters sometimes. So I don't really want to cut another charge. Galvanize is a heavy attack that gives us overcharge. Paragon is a heavy attack that gives us overcharge, so I think that's a reasonable enough swap. Tower Shield instead of a Dissipate seems fine to me. I don't really want to discharge, as I've been saying anyway, so that seems good. I think this is the deck we're going to rock with. And Sonic says it depends on how obscure the glitch is. Like, if you have a really long setup, finding it in itself is impressive, but it feels a bit more unfair. Yeah, I don't know, it's so weird, man. Like, especially as someone who's into fighting games a lot of the time, a lot of advanced mechanics in fighting games that get used in, like, tournaments by top-level players started out as glitches. Like, I'm sure a lot of you have heard by now that, like, combos, period, were kind of a glitch in the beginning, like, with the first Street Fighter games. Being able to cancel normal attacks into special attacks was a glitch. But clearly that's, like, a really good mechanic, because it's become the cornerstone of most 2D fighting games at this point. And there's all sorts of other examples of glitches in fighting games that end up making the game deeper and more interesting and better in general. It's such an interesting concept, man. Truly it is. What's not so interesting is this turn, man. What the hell? This sucks. What am I supposed to do here? How was I supposed to figure I was supposed to squat against a wall, go into the menu, and then start mashing A, B? Is that a Castlevania 2 reference or something? That sounds like Castlevania 2, I think, if I remember my Angry Video Game Nerd videos correctly. Okay, grounded relatively early. It's the unupgraded one, but I guess I'm not going to complain too much. 22 next turn. Maybe I should hold the shield wall. I probably should. I just came up with a random sequence of events, but it sounds entirely possible. Yeah, I think in Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, there was a part where you had to go crouch against a wall. And I think that you just had to wait, but it was like 5 full seconds, which is actually a really long time if you count it out IRL. And then like a tornado would come and take you away to the next area, and it was really stupid. I'll go ahead and use the overcharge here. and hold the shield wall like I mentioned. Yeah, dude, shoutouts to classic AVGN. Those videos are so good. I still watch them sometimes to this day. Recently I was playing Spelunker Party, it's called, with my wife, which is horrible, and it reminded me of his Super Pitfall video. I went and like pulled that up and showed her, and she was laughing at it. I was like, man, these videos really stood the test of time. It's a shame what happened with the newer stuff. It's also a shame that I can't fully block here, huh? 18 plus 3 is 21, and I'm looking at 22. And I have no abilities to boost up my shield wall because I did not draw this or this. Sad state of affairs. Either way, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 there, so I can purge this and do it this way. Taking 1, not exactly the end of the world here. I'll deal with it. We got our Power Strike now. We actually have enough overcharge for Grease Lightning, so we'll Power Strike first to get the conditional effect. Then we'll Grease Lightning. And then, there we go. Bentley says, Summoning Salt does great long format videos tracking speedrun records. Yeah, dude, shout out to Summoning Salt. High quality videos right there. Good channel. Yeah, I used to watch him when he just did like Punch-Out stuff. Very cool to see how his channel's grown. I don't think I really want the awaited Salt right now, honestly. I think we're going to continue to leave the deck unchanged for the time being. This Retaliate's going to be pretty sweet, though. I'm going to be happy to pick that one up. 17 next turn. Kind of want to hold an issue challenge for that. Kind of don't want to hold a shield wall for that. I think we're just going to do it this way. It's a decent chunk. Yeah, and if you guys like long format videos, Emperor Lemon is a great YouTube channel as well. I used to watch him way back in the day when he just did YouTube poops. I used to be so into YouTube poop, man. Now he does like these super interesting like deep dive videos. Great channel. Okay, so this is a very awkward hand because I kind of want to play like everything I have here, but I can't afford that, obviously. I assume we're just not going to play the unupgraded Grounded. Given that we can't afford all this stuff, this one's got to be one of the odd ones out. So it's probably Tower Shield, Prime Quarry, Power Strike, right? And we use the spell to make sure we have overcharge for the Power Strike. That's gotta be the play. That's gotta be the play. So the Vulnerable would miss, but the Shock would apply. It's not exactly what I want. But I don't have another convenient way of popping his bubble. The Power Strike is gonna be dealing quite a bit. You know, actually, hey, here's an interesting thing to point out. Normally, when an enemy has Shock and you use a multi-hitting move like the Retaliate we're going to earn from this fight, you only see the first hit of damage on it, but check this out. Power Strike normally is 8 plus 8, but if I hover here, it says 10 plus 9, because it's accounting for the decrease in Shock. That's fascinating, isn't it? Because it actually displays both numbers in ways that can be dynamically updated. Pretty cool. Bentley says, seeing how exploits are found 20 years after release is a testament to how insane some gamers are. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff to be discovered. I used to be super interested in finding game glitches back in the day. It was all like really irrelevant, uninteresting stuff. Like, did you know in Super Mario Sunshine, if you pick up a fruit and put it down next to a tree, the fruit will go into the tree? Amazing. I was literally like making edits on the Super Mario Wiki documenting these stupid, uninteresting glitches. I thought it was cool though. Anyway, 8 plus 3 here is 1 shy, which makes me sad. But we're looking at 21 next turn, and issue challenge is 21, so I kind of want to hold that, so I'll just duck and weave here. Some that dissipate, because if we're going to hold this, that's all the block we need. Do this. Yeah, dude, the fruit went into the tree. I know, it's hard to believe. This is staggering revelations. Okay, so we're definitely going to issue challenge. What else are we doing? Are we rebuking or are we galvanizing? Yeah, I mean, I've always been interested in game glitches. Mostly exploitable ones. Such a fascinating topic. So cool seeing how it affects games, like especially for older games that can't get updated, like TAC Infinites and Marvel vs. Capcom 3, stuff like that. It's so fascinating. What is the most optimal thing I can do here? Surefoot's coming up. Whew, excuse me. We can't afford to play charge plus a 3 cost. So I guess we're just not playing the charge. It's just gonna be galvanize. And then I could hold the rebuke if I wanted to. Honestly, it seems pretty good. I will. Sucks that I missed the vulnerable first time around. Still not a good chance to actually put it in there, though, so that kind of sucks. Just get the shock. Go ahead and... Definitely rebuking him this turn. The question is, do I play the grounded or not? Honestly, I don't think I should bother. I think I'm just going to hold the Surefoot here. Seems better. Yeah, dude, Mario Sunshine had so many stupid, unnecessary glitches that I played a lot of. Or that I found a lot of, rather, while playing. Stuff that just did not matter. But I was so interested in it. I think this is a turn where we just don't deal any damage to him, huh? Otherwise, I mean, playing a Dissipate pops his bubble, and I can second chance him and stuff. I guess that's okay. Like, we go Surefoot, second chance. Yeah, you know what? I guess we will do that. It's 44 damage. I'm not gonna complain. Basically, anything big kills him at this point. We just need something small to pop the bubble. Like this charge. I do have a block card, don't I? I do. So we can recur something. Pop the bubble, and you're out of here, son. Okay, Retaliate's great. Second Point of Fervor is also great, because now, if we hit Zeal 5 next turn, we're guaranteed to trigger the Hand Crank Lantern, which is going to be a lot of overcharge, which is important because we have a Grease Lightning. Alright. Gonna continue to try to hoard the stones. Retaliate's definitely coming in, though. This can replace a charge, because we could play this for 1 if we want. 5 damage and 4 block is fair enough in comparison to 7 damage and some amount of shock. And it scales itself, of course, if we have more energy. I'll chuck in probably an energy potion here, is what I'm thinking. But real quick before we get into this fight, I'm going to go quickly take a bathroom break, so I will be right back. There we go. Forgot to click on mute. Thanks for the reminder, Bentley. Okay, so I really want a Power Strike, but the only way to actually activate this is to use the spell, and this is a pretty inefficient use of the spell. Because it's +2 Zeal, and this is +3, so that puts us at 4, which is notably not 5. But otherwise my energy is going to waste, and I really don't want to play this with 1 mana deal 8, so I guess I'll do it. I could always hit one of the minions. I don't think I should need to, though. I think we're going to be able to kill him. You guys can see my knee in frame there. Oh, this whole webcam thing, man. We'll work the kinks out. Okay, definitely Prime Quarry. And then I'm thinking it's just Purge, Paragon, and we go Tower Shield, Rebuke, right? Like, it's gotta be the play. Shield Wall I can hold for next turn if I want, but I mean, like, decent amount of good block coming up. I could probably ditch it. I'm also okay taking a little hit here. Oh, you know what? Good point, Divine Shield. I am covering up the potion, aren't I? Let's see. I mean, I guess I could go, like, here. And let's make it a tiny bit smaller. I guess this kind of works. This is only really covering the, combat log, which I never show. I would put it in the upper left, but eventually my relics are going to get up into here. So, I don't want to cover up relics. Relics are pretty important. Yeah. We'll try leaving it here, maybe. We'll keep finagling it until we get what we want. 29, huh? Well, I guess Issue Challenge is pretty good here. Duck and Weave gets us just the right amount. These guys, no one's attacking next turn. Just a whole bunch of buffs. That's a little bit terrifying. Guess that means we can send a Dissipate, and I should probably get down the last grounded. Okay, so Raise Shield. I mean, honestly, we don't need to play any blocks. The Zeal gets us there, right? 13 next turn, nothing in the draw pile. This Retaliate isn't particularly big, but it's still a strong card. Let's just go Purge, Purge, Purge. Jeez, that's big. How about a bit of Rage, huh? And Purge it down. I'll just do 158 damage. That seems good. All the vulnerable falls off now, but if we just draw a Rebuke or Retaliate or the other thing, Grease Lightning, yeah, and even Second Chance here. He's donezo! Nice kill. Ending only 10 health away from full, and we could potentially heal the rest of the way with the From Dust. So here we have the Warhorn. Yeah, that was a quick kill, wasn't it? It was turn 5? Although realistically he was pretty much dead by turn 4. Warhorn's okay. I was sort of hoping for upgrade points as a free option here, because as stated, we are way behind on upgrade points. Notably, I would really love to upgrade Raise Shields plus 4 block. 4! On a 1-cost block card is kind of insane. Retaliate's a pretty good upgrade too. Generally strong. Grease Lightning, not bad. Rebuke, rather, not bad. All pretty okay. Power Strike, probably the most impactful single target damage upgrade, though. We'll be looking for those with our Floor 2 upgrades. In the meanwhile, I guess I might just take a booster pack, you know? More cheap heavy cards is still good, because I would like to incorporate this heavy-handed. We're also just kind of lacking a really cohesive theme right now. Currently, we're just kind of coasting by on some big chunky damage dealers, but they're not going to be so chunky when the enemies start to scale up their health, and we need a longer-term solution. So, booster pack with a guaranteed rare it is. And I'm going to save my cash. It costs a little more than this much to buy a relic at the Well of Stars. And I would potentially be interested in buying performance enhancers. We saw those earlier. Otherwise, if there's like a discovered salesman or something, that's always good. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to hold my cash, right? What's in the pack? Supernova, huh? Another Grease Lightning, Inner Oasis, that's a good one. Static Saber's like, whatever, issue challenge, I don't think I want to. Supernova's really not bad. I mean, we have actually no AoE right now. 0 cards that are AoE. So I'm not huge on this, but it does help with hallway fights, right? Like, this is gonna matter a lot against like the Drowned. This is gonna matter a lot against the Firebugs, potentially against the Goats. So even though I want to be greedy and roll, this is probably smart to just leave it be. AoE damage matters a lot. Static Saber and Issue Challenge, I don't think I'm going to use either of these. Inner Oasis I will definitely use. I love this card. I might just put a Blackstone in it. Grease Lightning, I don't think we're going to do 2, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe we find a Bulging Capacitor and then it's crazy to have both of them. I think I'll just roll the Issue Challenge. This is the least likely to make its way into the deck. Kneecaps. Probably not. I do have the button after all. Alright, what's on the map rewards? Second Heavy-Handed, Omniscience. Omniscience is good if I want to put a Blackstone in one of my buffs because it has rigged by default. Very few cards have that, by the way. Almost always it requires an upgrade or a stone, of course. But Omniscience to grab a Blackstone buff is really good. It's kind of like a build your own keys. Regrettably, that is kind of the only thing that I'm like all that crazy about here. Everything else is a little mediocre. I mean, there's decent stuff. I don't hate another Duck and Weave. Intervention's okay, but like, none of this is really like gonna be like a build around kind of card that I want. So we're just gonna path based on other stuff, and it's all the way at the end, of course. Oh, whatever. That's just how it is sometimes. I see no reason not to just take the Fervor and the upgrade points in that case, then, right? Rather than the treasure chest here. Fervor's a big deal, because then we can come down like this. I really wish I could visit both this Elite and this Disheveled Salesman and the Soul Collector. That is simply not possible, even if we come from the bottom here, right? Like, the minute we touch this Elite, we're in a predicament. Can only go to one of the two. So I have to skip both of these nodes to go to the Disheveled Salesman. After which, this is probably the final path. Grab the Omniscience on the last Fervor there. I don't really love this. I really don't at all. Nonetheless, at least we have the decision point. When we're at this Lost and Found, we can choose. Very little will have changed between then, just a couple fights. But I think that's just gonna have to be what it is. And given that there's like nothing good coming up here to grab in terms of putting our stones in anything, it would be the Merchant that would make the biggest choice, but we might not even go there. So, you know what? It is going to be a Blackstone Inner Oasis kind of situation. This is great with Shield Wall. It's just a good Zeal generator. Just a very powerful card in general. One of my favorite cards in the entire game. Not my #1 favorite, though. That will always be Congeal. Supernova should come in. As for what it should replace, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to cut too many of my charges, but like, I do still kind of need some general overcharge generation. Everything else is like pretty solid. The Paragon is the biggest question mark right now, so maybe the Paragon is the choice. And this is what we're looking at. Green stone on the grounded seems good. Even picking up the Omniscience, like, I don't really care that much. I could just, you know, grab the heavy-handed or something, so... We'll greenstone the grounded. This will help us a lot in the fights coming up as well, because, you know, Omniscience is this late in the act. So this will be the play here. Blue stone... I don't think there's anything that gets special value out of it, right? Yeah, like, literally nothing. So I can kind of just put this wherever. You know what, actually? I think I changed my mind. I think Second Chance is going to be what goes, right? No, I mean... No, it's got to come back in. 2 mana for 20 damage versus 2 mana for 7 damage. That's such a bad... That is such a bad comparison. It has to be better. It has to be. Blue can go on Ray Shields. I'm going to keep this in for sure, and if I recur a card I don't want, I'll just pitch it with the blue stone. That's the play here. That is the play. Another source of Vuln off the Swerving Currents is a maybe. Immediately starting out with Goats. I'm glad that I have this Supernova. So Surefoot twice, honestly. And just hit him as hard as we can, right? This is all delay rage, so using the spell doesn't matter, but we're gonna go up to 7 anyway here, so... It's pretty good. Grounded's gonna have to go. We still have the Second Chance and the Grease Lightning and stuff to come up, so... I feel reasonably confident about my ability to do a multi-kill here. Okay, we got Retaliate. That's a lot of block. Should probably be priming my query here. I mean, someone's dying. Someone is absolutely dying. Maybe 2 people, but if I kill 2 of them, we get a respawn, and that's not great. So, I mean, he's sacrificing himself, but that doesn't happen until his turn, so even if we kill this guy... Ugh. It's not what I want. We'll kill you. 23 next time. I need the block, right? This is so awkward. Next turn we're looking at 11. Tower Shield's excessive. I'll just take a little hit. If you can get out of the goat fight taking only 9 damage, that's a good deal as far as I'm concerned. Okay, and here we'll just Inner Oasis our way to most of the block. This is 3 block plus another 3 off of the... Oh no, we don't have that one anymore, right? Second Chance kills you. We don't have enough overcharge. Oh, jeez, man. This sure is a strange situation. I don't think Rebuke is happening. Get rid of this. Drawing cards is good. Retaliate now. Not enough overcharge for a Grease Lightning. This is very awkward. Let's go Grounded. Retaliate for 2 gives us all the block we need. So I'll Purge twice. And we'll go after the game. I think we're good now. I don't think we have to take any more damage for the rest of the fight. Yeah, we can even prime Query. We don't even need to make them vulnerable. They just die as Supernova. This is why I didn't roll the Supernova, for fights exactly like this. As for our upgrade, the Power Strike has got to be it. Plus 8 damage on a 1-mana card. That is insane. You're gonna be hard-pressed to find anything better than that. We can pretty much always have whatever overcharge we need with the spell, if nothing else. And Swerving Currents as an extra source of Vuln, potentially. Pretty good. It's going to help us with stuff like Dragon Mob. So I think I'm going to go for it. $13 next turn, huh? I mean, this is 13 block. This plus our overcharge is 13 block. This is... I think we're fine. I don't think we need any of this stuff. Of course, there's not really any value to actually purging this. We're already at excess energy, so I guess I'll hold it. Not much else to do here. Duck and weave is unnecessary, I suppose, and probably charge. So we'll just go... I don't see why we wouldn't just play everything, right? Now, notably, we're not at 5 Zeal, which means no Hand Crank Lantern next turn, so I'll go ahead and set that off. Okay, give me one quick second. Okay, thank you for the reminders, everyone. Jeez, man, I keep forgetting to unmute myself. The problem is that the actual, like, physical switch on my microphone here makes, like, a loud, unpleasant popping noise when I flick it, so I have to use the digital buttons in OBS. And that's harder to remember because I have all these windows I have to have open. I only have a 2 monitor setup, I don't have 3. Anyway, so if I play the raised shields, I have 2 good things to get back and 2 bad things to get back. But I don't want to spend 3 energy. The vulnerable is a big deal. This really stinks, but I think playing the Prime Quarry is the smartest choice. And then we just raise. We got a shield wall. That's a good one. And we just have to hold. It's such a shame to miss on all this. This would be so huge, but I have to hold it. We only hit 4 overcharge this time. Second chance is never happening here. Galvanize, probably not as well. And our Oasis is quite a bit of block. Retaliate could be the rest of my block, although again, I really want to play Supernova, you know? Like, I really do. So we'll do it this way. I mean, that's a pretty good turn, right? Hard to say no to that. Sadly, the Supernova will not be so useful against most bosses, I think, but I'll still try for it. We're gonna leave it in. I was impressed with that killing blow in that daughter run I had earlier. That was pretty crazy. Extra point of fervor here is really good. Getting immediate rage, although discharging is pretty bad. And annoyingly, I did say I wanted shock or vuln here, but then that makes the hand crank a bit harder to rely on, right? Because Grounded sort of gets us there, Surefoot sort of gets us there, but that's it in terms of rage gain. This is not reliable enough to really count. We're not going to play this very often. And we don't have any attacks that hit multiple times outside of the 1 copy of Power Strike. Everything else just hits once, which doesn't take good advantage of shock. So, The rest of the path is going to be getting us 2 points of fervor, probably, right? Which means if we were to upgrade, like, just get the Zeal 10 here, we would still have the option to do this and this later. This is a tough call, man. I mean, Zeal 10 is happening very infrequently right now. But I really don't want to give up the 50% rage option here. I don't want to discharge too much, and I do still want more overcharge. Like, we're not picking up almost any good overcharge generation. Yeah, in fact, all we're doing is picking up more discharge. So... I don't know, maybe we just work towards... This is such a tough call. I don't know. I don't know. I think the play is going to be... Garney says, you think the Zeal options will be added to, or are they pretty set in stone? We did change a handful of things with Zeal. Like this one here, for example, has been altered a bit, I think, right? Or was it... Yeah, this one. Sacred Storm got altered to be affected by rage and stuff. We've been tweaking a little bit. I don't think there's any, like, major additional changes planned. We'll probably check the statistics at some point and see if it looks good or not. But I don't think there's any big changes coming. I'm just so conflicted here. I think I'm just going to take a Zeal 10. We'll figure it out later. Now, I have barely enough to buy a relic at the Lost and Found, so I kind of really don't want to spend any of my money here. I'm only going to get one more fight, and if we don't earn enough to offset this, I'll be in trouble. So I think we just have to say no here. Sorry, Potion Lady. Okay, no changes to make here, right? No, not really. Just keep rocking with what we have here. Okay, so we should be pretty well equipped to take out a Flesh Beast here. Always gonna do these two. A Grease Lightning here is pretty good. Holding a Retaliate is also pretty good, just for a lot of block. Notably, the Grease Lightning gets me up to 5, and then I can Zeal 7, so I think I'm just gonna do this instead. That seems good. Okay, so for 24 block, this plus the Zeal gets us there, although Ray Shield's getting back Retaliate potentially is pretty cool. It's a 50%er. We don't want to kill this guy until next turn, so just hitting him for a little bit is good, and then killing him with like the Charge or the Swerving Currents AoE, I guess, right? Did the Potion Vendor get new art semi-recently? Potion Vendor has had art for a good while now. So... probably should have seen that by now. Yeah, this is a tough call. I think we're going to go ahead and raise shields. We got back Shield Wall. That's probably still good. We did draw the Charge, though, which means that it's got to be Supernova or Swerving Currents AoE that's going to efficiently kill him. I guess if we're banking on Supernova, that does seem pretty good. We have no other abilities to play to buff up the Shield Wall, which means I suppose it has to be Issue Challenge. Awkward. Very awkward. We'll just do this. And then next turn, if we draw Supernova, we're in great shape. If we draw Swerving Currents, we're in pretty good shape. I can duck and weave preemptively here to get rid of something I don't want to draw, which is the Dissipate. So I'll do that. We've got Second Chance here. It's very convenient. Supernova also really good. Plenty of great options, really. I should probably just go for the Supernova, to be honest. And I'll hold the Power Strike and just hit him with that next turn. Thanix says, I only caught it in my peripheral vision. It looked unfamiliar. I'm just seeing things. Yeah, it's the lady dressed in green. We've had that one for a little bit. I don't... Since I was playing on the internal beta branch, I don't remember exactly which stuff was 1.0 and which stuff came before that. But I'm pretty sure she's been around for at least one patch before 1.0. The potion-selling lady. Okay, so the upgrades here, as I previously mentioned, Ray Shields, Retaliate, and Inner Oasis are all really good. I think it's just going to be Ray Shields, though. That's such a big deal. 4 extra block. It's really, really nice. Our defenses are a bit... I think could use a little bit of help here. Yet again, I'm faced with this decision. To be honest, I think the Vulnerable is probably more valuable than the Shock. But the Delay Rage might be even more valuable. So we're gonna have this as an option, but leave this be. So if we buy an artifact here, then we're basically guaranteeing that we won't be able to purchase anything at the Disheveled Salesman. The best artifact here is definitely going to be the performance enhancers, as far as I'm concerned. That makes the Surefoot way better, it makes the Retaliate way better, it makes the Inner Oasis way better. It's good with the potential Zeal abilities we have, it does a lot for us. And if we don't choose to go to the Disheveled Salesman, that means that we can go to this Elite. And the card shop, we can buy like 1 card, potentially, which is something. It's a really tough call. I think I'm going to go for it, though. I'll take it, and then here we'll just take the Shift Polarity because we have a Contraposition. But I want more tempo before I put those guys in, so maybe the shop has that for us. Dang, we can't afford anything, actually. Kind of funny that the rare here is the same as the one we're getting over there. I guess I don't feel too terrible, all things considered, although a Plan Strike would have been really cool. Always a great option on Tempest. It's basically just free Zeal. And it's free in terms of energy, kind of, too. So we'll just keep rocking with what we have, right? So Liquid Membrane is really good when you tend to have more inconvenient block numbers, which we kind of do right now. Playbook is not probably for us. We don't have that many abilities, right, that we want to play reliably. Whereas Fabled Relic is really only good with a couple of our cards. Yeah, I think we'll just take the Membrane. Membrane's good. And it's Dolus. At least the Grounded's cheap. Just gonna hold the Tower Shield. This is terrible. Three cost Grounded, you said. I don't think I will. Holding a Retaliate seems decent. I would really like to hit 5 Zeal, which would require me to somewhat waste the Duck and Weave. This goes up to 4, this goes up to 5, then we spell up to 7. I mean, I guess this is okay. We can dump the charge, which is kind of terrible here. Wait, what just... Why did we hit 7 anyway? Oh, duh. The discharge effect. Hello? Save the spell. Save the Retaliate. We should be fine. Okay. We can even make her vulnerable here. That's actually a big deal. See what the Inner Oasis gets us. It's very efficient. 0 cost issue challenge. Don't mind if I do. Now... The only way to get up to 5 Overcharge to draw off the Grease Lightning is if we can get to 7 Zeal. This puts us up to 5 if we could play 2 more, like off the Supernova. Now we've got enough. The Grease Lightning will draw. ahead and make her Vuln. I guess I should have done that earlier, probably. We got random stuff, but it's not any good. It feels bad. Second chance for 56 is pretty mediocre. Nonetheless, I think it's what I'm going for. Do we continue to hold the Retaliate? We're about to reshuffle the whole deck. Probably not, with 0 energy stocked. And here we'll just go for Inner Oasis, and then we can do like raise shields for the rest of the block, discard the expensive Inner Oasis. Rebuke is big damage, she's already vulnerable. Let's just purge all the stuff we know we're not playing and then get a bit of rage, huh? How does that sound? Can even get more rage. Seems pretty good. All in all, not a bad fight. Tempest often very well positioned against Dolus with naturally expensive cards. Tends to benefit a lot more from the cost randomization than other classes. One more fight before the Soul Collector here. We've been cruising so far. Not really any fights that have made us take pause. Feeling strong. First Purple Stone as well, going to be a great pickup. Supernova here is pretty mediocre, but I don't have anything better to do, so sure. We'll even do this just to get up to the 7 Zeal. Keeping the Unholy Creations a little low is kind of nice, but it also often doesn't matter that much because the Taxidermist will heal them, like this. So they'll be healing for like 8 here. In terms of block, we actually do need to play the Issue Challenge if we want a full block, which really sucks. I was hoping we'd draw this, or this, or this, or this, or this. But sometimes that's just how it goes. Now the question is, do I go for this, or do I go for probably the Grounded, honestly. I don't think Prime Quarry is ever happening here. And I would hold one of these normally, but you really don't want to hold against these guys. This one's getting extra Frenzy if I hold. So I'll just play the Grounded. Not quite enough on the overcharge here, again, unless we get up to 7. For the Grease Lightning draw, that is, which I would really like to have. That would be great. I don't think we're ever playing the Duck and Weave, so we can purge that. This is potentially 5 Zeal, but it's going to drop us by 1 overcharge. Which we can't afford to do if we want to have 5. Although hitting Zeal 5 will discharge us 1 anyway, so I guess it's just not happening, so much for Grease Lightning. Rebuke is the only option there. We're doing alright this fight. We're going to cycle back around to Supernova again pretty quickly here. That should do well for us. Also, the second chance here dealing an enormous amount is potentially a huge deal. We'll go for that, actually. We're just going to kill you this way, and we'll kill you with Retaliate. Like this. Now we just have to worry about you, and are you just dead? Yeah, you're just dead. Easy fight. Now We Wait is certainly not going to make its way into the deck, but these rare relics are going to be a big deal. Champion's Banner... I mean... Meh. It's more rage. It's not really what we want, like, at all, actually. I think we take a random. The Leaky Wires. This is potentially vulnerable, which is really good. Weak is fine. You know, I mean, I'll take it. I'll also take an on-sale uncommon. Okay, we got the Vanguard Shield. That's fine. More weak. 10 delay block is alright. We're trying to do a little bit of setup, and maybe when we get the Omniscience, we'll be doing more setup. Not the best Soul Collector. Yeah, that's really off to say about it. I was gonna say but there is no but. That was not the best Soul Collector. How many upgrades do we have left? One there. I don't know about this. I don't feel super confident. We've been crushing everything, but I am still worried about the Void. We don't really have a long-term damage plan, like, at all. It's kind of an issue. I guess, I mean, more reliable vulnerable is something. Although we're gonna have a bit of a tough time controlling our discharge. Because, like, we have discharge on the Zeal, and not much else discharge, right? Like, this is 5, we're not gonna be able to do this very often. The fact that it discharges an odd amount does matter because it changes our parity. Yeah, I don't know, this is... I don't feel great about this, I really do not. I guess we're just gonna... Supernova? Do we want the vulnerable here? Sure, because that lets us go up to 7 Zeal. Seems good. Okie doke. More Vuln, huh? Just keep stacking it up. Our Zeal will cover the block this time. We can also actually draw off the Grease Lightning, so I think I'll go for that. I do like drawing cards. There's the other grounded, and I think we're just going to ignore it and go for a big Rebuke. I forgot that we didn't have the block Zeal anymore, but that's fine. Because we have Membrane. Here the Retaliate is probably going to do all the blocking for us, but I will go ahead and Surefoot for Rage. And we only need to play this for 2 to get enough block, so Power Strike is good enough. Got her down to 51, she's going to be Vuln, she's got Shock. Should be fine. Should be fine. Nice. Pretty easy fight, all things considered. With as chunky as a lot of our blocks are, that went pretty well. We didn't even have to play the Inner Oasis or the Ray Shields, so not bad. Health Potion's okay to have in the back pocket, but that doesn't really help the issue I think we have, which is a lack of proper scaling. I don't really know how we're going to solve that issue, honestly. I don't see an answer. This is also not really a great place for this Purple Stone. It can just go on a Power Strike because we're just always playing Power Strike whenever we get the chance. But I am worried. I'm very worried. Worried about the Void specifically. There's a Bulging Capacitor. Just talking about that earlier, that makes me want the other Grease Lightning. Probably instead of Rebuke. There's a simple swap there. Rebuke is 24, Grease Lightning is 25. The discharge effect is bigger and better. Helps us take advantage of the capacitor. I don't see us ever taking any of the other cards here. We don't play a lot of cards, or relics, excuse me. We don't play a lot of cards to trigger the torch often. We already have reasonable sources of Vuln. Capacitor's clearly the one. Getting a Grease Lightning with a capacitor is such a huge deal. That being said, wow, does this turn suck? It's terrible. Notably, 8 plus 16 is 24, and this guy's ability triggers at 25. So, seems pretty good to me. As for holding a Grease Lightning, it's probably not worth it. So we're just gonna purge that guy down. Okay. This turn is a little underwhelming, just kind of a setup turn. 41 damage here, that's a lot of damage, and overcharge. Puts me over the threshold. Even though it does trigger his ability, I think I will do it. And hold the Surefoot here. I could play it to get another Zeal 7, but we're already at 5. That's just going to have to be good enough. I do need some block. The Rage will matter. The window's kind of getting really bright back there, isn't it? Oh well. Okay, so Retaliate, very strong here. This will be all the block we need, so we can go, like, just purge everything else down. Surefoot's gonna result in more damage, I think. Okay, slightly less damage on that one. I think I lost 2 damage. Capacitor's ready to go. Because we just discharged for our Zeal. Shield wall. Okay. Bentley says, Relic silhouettes are not often impactful based before a fight. Amends deck based on Relic silhouette. Hey, that's results-based thinking, okay? As Trump would tell you from back in the day with Hearthstone. I used to watch a lot of Trump. Results-oriented thinking. But no, you're definitely right. I did it this time. It doesn't happen often that it matters. This was one such occasion, no doubt. Let's go ahead and raise shields and pitch a Dazed. And we got back the Retaliate, huh? That's an interesting one. So if I were to purge these 3, that would put me up to 6. 6 times 4 is 24. That's all the block I need. Is that good enough? Knowing I have second chance and shield wall coming up? That seems fine to me, honestly. So I'm going to go for it. 80 damage, we hit 7 Zeal, that matters. That matters a lot. Did any of you guys used to play Hearthstone, man? I played quite a bit of Hearthstone. But I quit in the Witchwood. Witchwood was terrible, dude. What a horrible set. Okay, no need to go to the shrine, so I'll just grab my Omniscience and my upgrade. Way back when it was new. Yeah, I played very briefly when it was new. And then I quit for a while, and then I came back during GVG. And then I played until Witchwood. That was my Hearthstone experience. Yeah, these days I just kind of watch some content. Like, I watch Rarin on YouTube. Dude makes really good videos. Sometimes I watch Trump still. Yeah, I don't know. Hearthstone's become a bit of a mess at this point. Although it's probably, truth be told, it would probably be a bit more up my alley if it was more, like, free-to-play friendly. Like, playing gimmick strategies in Wild is probably what I would do. That's basically the equivalent of Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Like, playing goofy gimmick strategies in an unlimited format. Yeah. Sonic bathroom rug quit after Standard. Yeah, dude, I was not a fan of the whole Standard thing. Which, you know, I'm biased. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player, and Yu-Gi-Oh has no set rotation, and that's one of the most, like, notable and interesting things about the game, which I personally am a big fan of. I think it's so cool. But I get it, you know, the power creep was an issue. Okay, this looks like a just use the spell to activate a power strike kind of situation. Also, this looks like a rush down the pyre kind of situation, and a play a galvanize kind of situation. A lot of situations going on here. Yeah, like stuff like Freeze Mage, right? Freeze Mage was really cool. Probably an unexpected thing that I don't think the devs like really knew about when they, you know, were testing. And then it just kind of like emerged, and it was really good. And it was cool, and it was interesting. But they didn't like it because it wasn't interactive. Which I get, it could be frustrating to play against, but I don't know, I mean, not every deck has to be board-centric. I don't know, Hearthstone's a whole thing these days. Have not touched it myself in quite a while. Don't think I will go back to it. I tried Runeterra for a little bit as well. What do you guys think about Runeterra? Did y'all like Runeterra? I had mixed feelings on Runeterra. Just keep our burning down. I think Runeterra had a lot of really good ideas. I loved the idea of keeping excess mana as spell mana, so that it wasn't just all about playing on curve like Hearthstone was. That was a great idea. I really liked the turn mechanic as well, though. Like, I feel like a lot of games, a lot of card games have been thinking in their design like, oh no, people are spending too long on their turns, and you can't do anything during your opponent's turn, and so you get weird stuff like Marvel Snap now, where it's like, both players play simultaneously. It's like, I don't really like that. It's kind of weird. I liked Runeterra a lot, where it was like, you take one action and then your opponent takes one action. I thought that was good. A lot of good ideas, although I didn't like the overall game of Runeterra very much, but they had a lot of good ideas. It was interesting conceptually, if nothing else. And we got a capacitor here with a Grease Lightning ready to go, so that's pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and do that now, right? There's our Supernova. We do need some block, probably going to come from the Dissipate, so we don't need these guys, which means we can go ahead and Supernova now. Oh, that's so close to killing. I guess we'll Swerving Currents first to soften everybody up. Purge this because we're not getting back up to 5 overcharge. Supernova kills everyone. Feels good. Yeah, Hearthstone so often just came down to play the card whose mana cost equals your current mana, and that wasn't that interesting. Okay, so this upgrade point is actually very precious. It's the last guaranteed upgrade point we're gonna get. Which I think means that the smart choice is gonna be Retaliate. It's gotta be the answer. Yeah. Nothing else that makes any sense. Even the heavy-handed, yeah, it's just Retaliate. Shame though we haven't been able to use this heavy-handed at all. It's such a cool card. But it's just not the time for it. Ever since the previous Fervor point, our Zeal 10 went up from 2% to 3%. Very impressive. I really don't know what we're doing here, man. This is our last point of Fervor. I don't know. There's nowhere good to spend it. Such an awkward Zeal tree we've ended up with this time. I am fully expecting to die to the Void here, really. I am. So I guess that just means we unlock Blockade as an option and don't use it right now because we need Overcharge. Oh, Bulging Capacitor helps a little bit. I don't even think I played the Omniscience here because, like, what's the point? The only buff we really care about is already rigged. Heavy Hand is just not going to do enough here. We're headed straight towards the disaster. I don't know how we're going to avert it. Birth Pit is the fight here. This is probably fine. So this is 26. 46 is not quite enough here. Always grounded. Probably always Supernova. 11 delay block, courtesy of Vanguard Shield here. There's just nothing to do. There's just nothing to do. We do have a block card though, so I will go ahead and raise shields just to get up to 5 so I can purge this and hit 7. It seems important. You know, I'm actually curious in general now, and everybody in chat, what other card games do you guys play? I assume all of you guys play Vault, but do y'all play like any TCGs like Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Hearthstone, or any of that stuff? Personally, I just play Yu-Gi-Oh, and you know, I played a bunch of other roguelike deck builders, although I'm kind of finished with those mostly at this point. Got everything I could out of them. I guess we're dissipating. So that means 2 + 1 + 3, so purge, purge. Do I want to kill one of them? It's kind of nice to kill one. I think I will. Lion Shield played Magic a while ago. No other card games right now. I very briefly looked into Magic. Play it freshman year of college. Just a big old Retaliate here is probably the play, right? I kind of want to ground it too, though, so I will do that. 3 × 5 is enough block. Got to play Storybook Brawl, Magic Arena, Monster Train. Monster Train was a pretty fun one, although that one kind of stretches the definition of card game a little bit. It was like a tower defense game with card game mechanics. That's kind of how I felt about it. Pretty fun, nonetheless. Okay, so every 3rd discharge we don't spend Overcharge. If we can hit 5 Zeal, that'll make the Grease Lightning free. But that's actually pretty hard to do here. Do like Challenge Prime Query, but then we'll have enough to play this? No. I guess we're just paying for the Grease Lightning then and feeling bad about it. We do need to kill this idiot, so I'll target her. she's already won. Yeah, the Prime Quarry is not happening. Supernova is really big here. No block cards to get back. How much is this? Not enough. Okay. I really wish this was gonna be the kill. That would be great. Okay, I guess we'll kill you for the card draw. Purge you. Raise our shields. Supernova probably not happening at this point. This is also not happening for sure. Power Strike is too much damage to say no to. We're just gonna duck and weave and dump probably a swerving. I don't think that's relevant at this point. And we're gonna take a pretty sizable hit here, but it's gonna be worth it. We gotta kill this thing. We absolutely have to kill this thing. Anyone watching on YouTube as well, feel free to leave some comments talking about which card games you guys play. I'm curious. I'm interested to know what the overlap is with what other card games people play in this game. Okay, so the capacitor is like way off. It's never gonna happen, so we should probably just go for big retaliates. 52 next turn. Yeah, I'm thinking it's just giant retaliate and then we grease lightning next turn. Alright? Yeah. Giant retaliate. Why not do this? Free heavy-handed. No, actually. Divine Shield plays Gloomhaven. Yeah, I think I remember you mentioning that, actually. Gloomhaven's a popular one. My brother-in-law is a really big fan of Gloomhaven. Well, I've never played it myself. Although I would be interested in playing it. The opportunity just has not arisen. No new card games that are like really on my radar right now, although I'm like maybe vaguely interested in Potionomics, which just came out on Steam. I don't know. Maybe I'd play some of that on stream, although I think people are almost always just here for Vault. People didn't seem too interested in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stream I did a while ago. Although I had a lot of fun with it. I'm probably going to do a little bit more Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometime. Race for the Galaxy and Spirit Island. I have not actually heard about either of those before, Sonic. What kind of games are those? Those are both new to me. Upgrade point-wise, there's really nothing all that incredible. Tower Shield's okay, Inner Oasis is, like, pretty good, but... We don't have a long-term game plan. This is the only thing I can see that gives us a long-term game plan, potentially, so... I'll take it, and I'll take this. Okay, I mean, Cloudburst is pretty good. Iron Tree could let me change my Zeal Tree up a little bit. Bentley says, I got lectured that Gloomhaven was not a card game. I stood my ground. If it has cards, it's a card game. Yeah, I've heard some weird takes about that stuff. I remember I was watching this YouTube channel one time where this, I think it was Kodak was the guy's name. I'd never really heard of this guy before, but I was watching some of his videos about, I think he called the series The 7 Deadly Sins of Card Game Design. And he said, like, if you're making a card game that cares about the positioning of cards on a board, it's actually a board game. And I was like, that's ridiculous. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has link monsters and column mechanics, so it cares about positioning. No one would call Yu-Gi-Oh! A board game. That seems silly. If you're drawing cards out of a deck, that's gotta be a card game, right? You know? I don't know. I don't know. Now, Cloudburst is great AoE, but, like, it's a bit of an issue because I don't care about AoE. I want single target damage. I want to kill the Void. This does not kill the Void. So I think we roll it. We already have even the Supernova and stuff, right? So this pack was pretty underwhelming. I'm not going to use this. I already have 2 and I'm only using 1. I'm not going to use this. I have plenty of Vuln already. This I might use. This I might use, but I'm just going to try. Devotion. That's not the one. That is not the one. Spirit Island is a co-op game, like Pandemic, a lot more complex with dope combos. I like co-op card games. They're fun, man. Co-op games... We need more co-op games. We need more split-screen co-op video games, actually. I'll tell you that. That's what we need now. It is so hard to find a co-op game to play with my wife that does not require us to have 2 consoles or systems to play it on. You know, I want to be able to play split screen. Anyway, huge disappointment on that card pack. I don't think we're going to play Devotion. I don't know if we're going to play Errantry. Because, like, Zeal-wise, we could go down into this for Vuln, which it probably doesn't matter. We could go into this for Block. I don't think that's what we want. Guidance is, like, okay. It's probably better than a Dissipate, maybe. We want to... I mean, having small discharges is good for the Bulging Capacitor. This is a small discharge. Oh... Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think we're just gonna die. I think we're just gonna die to the void if we make it there. I'm gonna try, but I do not feel confident in this. I do not feel confident in this at all. I don't even feel like there's anything good to put in here. I really don't. No, Divine Shield, it is not feeling great. So, let's look at our blessings. Extra energy is pretty handy. Rage is a maybe. 20% damage. This could be good. We don't even have any good draw and discard to deal with the garbage cards, but I don't think I can afford to take this. I think I need other blessings. We're not even very good against Star Council. Oh, it's bad. I mean... Rage plus damage is probably the way to go. That's probably the smart choice. Rage and damage. Potion-wise, we do have a lot of potions, at least. During the Void... It's probably gonna brew Energy Belt Rage. Which means we have a health potion, a stealth potion, bottled lightning, and... I guess we'll put the energy, or the health potion rather, for the time being. Okay, we'll try. We'll try it. Capacitor's ready to go, so if we open with one of these two, which we did not, that would have been cool. Notably, of course, if we have 5, we waste the capacitor, and that's sad. So, like, if I try to draw with Inner Oasis, that's 4 if I play it twice. Oh, jeez, man. I guess we'll attempt it. Okay, we got there. That's cool, at least. I would like to draw some cards, please. I'm dumb. I definitely forgot you're supposed to still have the actual overcharge. Oh, okay. We're just gonna build up some zeal. We're just gonna do a little bit of this. Just gonna do a little bit of this. Just gonna be a little bit sad. Sonic says that DeBoer is a fan of Spirit Island, huh? Interesting. Yeah, DeBoer plays all sorts of interesting games. I feel like my tastes are a lot more narrow when it comes to card games, but a lot broader when it comes to video games in general, maybe. I'll tell you this, Death Stranding is one of my favorite video games of all time, for what that means. The Bulging Capacitor is back, and we actually have 5 overcharge, so I guess we can do this now. Do I want to Duck and Weave first? Yes, I should probably have taken the second chance out of the deck by now. Okay, there's our Vulnerable. I like Vulnerable. Do I just take 9 here? I think I do. I want to play both of these, like, really bad. Next turn, the Ray Shields. We're going to reshuffle. That's pretty awkward. I think we just purge this. Yeah, I agree, Bentley. Tabletop Simulator is pretty unapproachable. I'm sure it's good for what it is, but it's definitely a little bit tough to to come in as a newbie. Okay, what's the play here? Shield wall, raise shield, shield wall? We have not done almost anything. It's on the supernova. The AoE is pretty irrelevant here. Shield wall gets us what we need. Capacitor's ready again, hopefully for Grease Lightning next turn. This does not do very much. Yeah, I think I mentioned I was playing Judgment on a previous stream. I'm almost done. I'm finally in the last chapter, so that'll be cool. Wrap that up, and then I've got Lost Judgment as well, plus a couple other guys in the backlog, Culpable Lamb, some stuff like that. Okay, we did draw a Grease Lightning, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and draw 2 cards. So this is 5 block per. And we can have a maximum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 block, which is 30. Not quite enough, so I guess I'll go ahead and duck and weave. Sending, I guess, Dissipate, given what we see coming up next turn. Now we just need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not enough. I think we're just going to continue to take some small hits here, dude. Yeah, I'm really concerned about this run's long-term plan against the Void. It's not looking great. We haven't even killed half of the Obsidian Golem here. Oh, jeez. Jeez, man. Okay, Power Strike is at least something. See what the Inner Oasis does for us. Not a ton. Not a ton. Next discharge is a freebie. That should be one of these 2. We'll get 7 this way. I don't think I want you. No point in using the spell. Oh, no. I feel it. The end is near. The end is near. Okay, so here's the freebie Greased. He's not vulnerable anymore, though, so let's do that first. We're definitely going to use the spell this turn, so we'll just do that now. Definitely not going to play you. Do some of this. Stuff is cheap. We'll Purge down. Grease Lightning is going to draw us exactly these 2. And we won't be able to play either. So I guess it's just a shield wall. The question now is, do I hold a Greased? I think the answer is yes. Oh boy. Hey Varvik Vic, welcome to the stream. You've caught us towards the tail end of a run here that is sadly not going particularly well. We're trying our hardest though, we're fighting out here. Let's see. This is 52, this is 48. 52 plus 48 is not enough. Can't play everything. Oh dear. I guess I'll grab back a Tower Shield. Shield wall as well. Okay, sure. I think we're taking another small hit here, because it's very important, I think, that I play this. I'm really hoping we don't need to pop the potion, because we gotta fight 2 more Guardians after this. Ideally, we can just deal 72 on this turn without the potion. That would be great. It's gotta be one of these 2. We're haunted, so I guess we do this. Okay, there's the Grease Lightning. It does draw. Second chance. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, Robin, this run's not looking great. This run's not looking great. Whew, we got 1 Vault Guardian down, though. We only took a little bit of damage. We didn't have to use any potions. 2 more to go. Okay, I'm gonna take a real quick bathroom break, guys. Right back. Hey, guess you remembered to unmute their microphone this time. Okay, so we said we wanted Rage next. Annoyingly, of course, we don't actually have almost any way to deal with the Banes. We have one Blue Stone, and that's it. We also have most of our block coming from actual block cards. This is actually a pretty tough fight. I'm concerned, but nonetheless, I mean, this is a tough fight too, and the Blessing is worse. This is a tough fight, and we're just gonna try and cheese them with a, Oh, wait, no, that's right! We used our Exploding Bottle earlier. Crud. I guess Bottled Lightning? I guess Bottled Lightning is the plan against the spiders? Slash Potion of Stealth? Probably Potion of Stealth, actually. Oh dear. Bentley says Book of Demons Hell card releases soon. I've not heard of anything about that game. What's that one all about? We're talking about monetization, so I assume it's like a CCG or something similar. Okay, I think we're gonna brew up. Yeah, I think we're gonna brew up the health pot, and we have 2 energy potions. We'll keep another one in the belt here. Spiders terrify you unless you have Exploding Bottle and Bacon Bomb. Yeah, we have no Bacon Bomb and no Exploding Bottle. So we do have a Potion of Stealth, which is something. It's not much, but it's something. Kind of want to hold the Raised Shields for next turn. 10 is a good number. So I guess that means we do this. When things go bad against the spiders, they go incredibly bad. Yeah, that's definitely true. Oh, Bentley, I've never heard of Book of Demons, period. I didn't realize that it was, this was like a mod for it. Okay, so we would get back Tower Shield, that's fine. Just getting back anything is okay here. We don't really want to be playing that many block cards in the first place. The Prime is really good, and we'll just do these two. Should have filled up my water while I was up. That was a mistake. Okay, Swerving actually puts Vuln on him. Also, Inner Oasis is not a block card, so we can get block off of this. So that's cool. Okay, so here if we play a Greased, we lose 5, going down to 2, but then we hit 7, going back up to 4. No additional source of overcharge means we can't do double Greased and actually get draws. So that means that there's no way to actually double Greased here. Dang. We can do a pretty good single Greased here. If I play Dissipate, that gets the Bulging Capacitor ready, because Dissipate discharges once, and then our Zeal discharges once. Then we just dump like this. This, because it's too slow, let's go ahead and draw some cards. Do a medium-sized Retaliate, I guess. Gathering Storm's actually pretty good here with the tempo. So we'll go for that, get some freebie overcharge. Let's see. Book of Demons art style is good. 2D cards existing in the 3D world. Janky, but kind of worked. Interesting. I might have to take a peek at that. Might have to take a look. Okay, so we can do a pretty big retaliate here. A lot of damage next turn. Definitely purging these guys. Do I want to play this? That is a ton of damage. I probably should, right? No, you know, I mean, it's just better to purge, isn't it? I mean, we get the shock. Oh, it's complicated. I'm going to hold the tower shield for next turn. I'm going to deal 118 damage here and get more Banes. It's not great. It's not great at all. Oh, no. No, dude. Oh, come on. 40 next turn as well. Crud. Close to killing him. We're close. We're probably going to need to use the potion here, which is fine. We have enough to allocate for this sort of stuff. I'm going to crack it. And then we're just going to go issue... Sure. Purge. That's the play. That is the play. We've got spell ready again here. We've got the tower shield in hand so that we don't die. We're very upset about the way this fight is going in general. Capacitor's ready. It's probably going to get wasted to the Zeal 5. Really nothing we can do about that. Oh, jeez, man. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. Are we just taking 14 here? Is that correct? Or should I play the shield wall? Oh, no, I think I should play the shield wall. It's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, okay. Yo, this is actually huge damage. This is actually enormous damage. 1 mana for 39. I'll take it. Okay, okay, okay. Can't get the thing to set up again, so we'll just actually pay for our grease for once. Shocking concept, I know. We can galvanize him, but that's not a kill. I mean, either a second chance here, although it's very close. Let's do this. That is a lot of Banes that we've drawn. Hold Grease Lightning? Hold Grease Lightning. We have a chance here. We have a chance. Free draw. And we're out of there. Okay. Well, that was a bit rough. But we survived. We took no damage. We had to use a potion, but it's fine. We have spares. Here we brew up Stealth and we belt, I guess, Bottled Lightning. Yeah, that was a rough fight, Divine Shield. No kidding. 1 mana for 39 laughs in any other class. Tempest is kind of just doing her own thing, you know? It's like that. Retaliate's a good one here, yeah? Everybody in the chat, remind me to switch my spell back if I forget, as I almost certainly will. It is a known fact that I forget to change spells constantly. Do I want to hit at all with this, or do I just want to try and... I mean, I want this and this, mostly. Second Chance is good as well. Grease Lightning is good as well. I guess I'll do it. Bentley says, this whole run you've not fancied your chances, but you keep getting through unscathed. I mean, so far, the Void fight, though, is notable, right? It's very different. Void is super duper dangerous, and I am... That's what I'm mostly concerned about, is the Void. I think the Void is probably going to kill us. Stealth Potion came through there, though. Good kill. It's time for that Void fight I said I've been dreading. Second Chance probably needs to go. What we put in for it, I don't know, man. I really don't. I could put in a Devotion. And what else? I could cut something for Omniscience. I don't really want Omniscience, though, honestly. Change spell! Yes! Yes, 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 yes. We changed the spell. We changed the spell. See, this is what chat... This is where chat makes the big contribution to the run. Thank you. It doesn't matter how much I verbalize to myself that I'm gonna forget. I'll forget anyway. We literally don't have a single means of multi-triggering this redstone. It's not possible. So... I guess we just stick it on Prime Quarry. Okay. Divine Shield asks about Errand Tree. Yeah, so the thing about Errand Tree is that it lets me change my zeal up a little bit, potentially. Like, I could put this on vulnerable, but the leaky wires have kind of got us covered in terms of vulnerable, so I'm less interested in it for that reason. In which case... I don't know. I don't know, man. The long-term plan for the Void, there's just nothing in the backpack here really helps us scale up properly. Nothing. Like, I could chuck in a random heavy-handed or something, you know, but like that's not gonna do it either. That being said, I guess I'll replace the blast charge with heavy-handed. Is probably the right call. There should be an item in the Well of Stars that reminds you to change your spell. Unironically would be good for me. Remember to put in your copy of Enough Suffering. Smile. Okay. So here we said energy in the brew, rage in the belt. Fingers crossed, man. I'd be shocked if we could kill the Void here, but stranger things have happened. So here we go. Okay, double grounded immediately. That is very good. I will not complain for a minute. And I will also just go ahead and do like spell plus galvanize right away here. I think it's pretty unlikely we kill this guy next turn, so we'll go after the evil hidden. Okay, okay. And notably as well, though, the leaky wires here hitting the highest HP enemy, they're just going to dump all the stat debuff, the weak and the vuln. It's all going to go into the Void, and he's just going to slough it all off before we ever actually get a chance to use it till we kill these idiots. So it's a bit rough. Don't need you. We want this. We want some of this. Let's go ahead and draw cards. Add Clippy to Vault of the Void. Yeah, dude. It looks like you're using the Retaliate spell. Would you like to switch? That's funny. Robin says, this deck doesn't seem like it sets up a single big turn so much as steadily chipping away. You're definitely right about that. But at the same time, we're also constantly going down to 0 energy, so +1 energy per turn is a big deal. And, I mean, who knows? A big enough Retaliate could be what matters, you know? But you're not wrong to say that it's worth considering putting the Rage Potion in the brew and having the energy in the belt. That would have been a pretty good play as well, no doubt. We got a Yin Yang. I mean, that's pretty freaking good. Not gonna complain about that. Always happy to see those. Yeah, I mean, we could always get bailed out by random commons. That is all of my water. Okay. Here's the heavy-handed. Not really much going on this turn. Not much at all. He's gonna die next turn. Oh, this is terrible. There's so much garbage in the deck now. 1, 2, 3. Void's taken a pretty surprising amount of damage so far, though. I will admit that. So the Supernova here can probably kill you if we just get a little bit of rage. So I'll do that. Galvanize is certainly not happening. We get the Zeal here. Oh, so close. So we have to play this again. Now it's enough. Gives us some nice overcharge. Now the Capacitor is ready, so we'll hit you. Okay, I mean, that was pretty good. Surprise attack here deals a pretty good amount. Retaliate is not going to happen. We want to save up energy, so we'll just purge everything down here, hit the retaliate. We're definitely just going to take the damage. We could actually win here. Also, the music is done. Whoops. That definitely happened. I guess we'll put back the vault music. Why not? Get the epic void fight soundtrack. Okay, Ray Shields is great here to get rid of some garbage. We do have block cards in the discard. Stun or cripples? Cripples probably worse. Don't forget the belt for rage. Yeah, we're going to be trying to use that on a big retaliate turn, which might be just now? I don't know, this is a pretty decent turn otherwise as well, though, right? Like, the power strike here is really big. We go up to 5. We're never getting the capacitor off, right? Unless we do dissipate, and that's like a huge waste, so I'll do it this way. Dang it. I think we're holding this retaliate. It'll be a good block next turn, too. So just build up some energy. I could have gone up to 10 here. I don't think I want to. I think I want to save that. Okay. Vulnerable. Vulnerable's big. Yeah, be vulnerable, huh? I think this is the turn where we crack the potion. This has got to be it. $438. That's pretty good. We might actually win, dude. We could actually win here. I'll keep the tempo. Robin says, I can never tell the afflictions apart in the alternate art. Yeah, I kind of agree. Part of me wants to use the default art for that reason, because it's a little easier for people to read, but the vast majority of the time there's only 2 afflictions in your deck at maximum, which is like voids plus banes. And, yeah, I mean, it is fun. I like the animations. I don't know. If people would prefer if I use the default artwork, feel free to sound off, either in chat or in YouTube comments. I would not mind switching it at all, if it's easier for you guys to read. You know, a big part of the content I make is supposed to be for people to learn how to play the game better. And if you can't easily read cards by looking at them, that's a bit of an issue. So, yeah, go ahead and leave a comment if you guys have a preference, if you want me to change back to the default artwork or leave it on Treasure Goblin. Okay, so we're definitely going to Grease Lightning for card draw here, right? I guess Swerving Currents for vulnerable first is good. Surefoot, sure, alright. I mean, this gets rid of our Haunted, if nothing else. And we're just going to take the hit here. Go up to 10. Sure, why not? More vulnerable, that doesn't actually matter. Rolling Thunder does matter. We keep the tempo. Okay. It's getting a little bit sketchy. Capacitor's ready. We get another big Retaliate on a turn with Prime Quarry. So we'll throw that out for sure. Greased is coming up. It's just got to be the biggest Retaliate possible. Certainly. 159. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting really close. Battle Plan with 3 garbage cards in the deck actually seems good. We didn't draw any. That is pretty bad. Actually, not what I wanted at all. 47 next turn is exactly as much health that we have, and we're very likely to draw a garbage card. In fact, we're guaranteed to draw at least one. So I will hold the Ray Shields. Garney says I pay 0 attention to the afflictions in my hand because I'm bad. I mean, a lot of the time you're just ditching them anyway, right? Like with the Ray Shields here, so don't be too hard on yourself there. Let's go ahead and raise. We got back Tower Shield. These are the same thing, so it doesn't matter. I think we always greased here. I think we always Power Shield, or Power Strike, rather. It's looking like we've actually got this, man. I think we've actually got it. GG! Wow, I'm shocked. I thought we were dead for sure. No lie, I really thought we were dead going into this fight. But we did it. We did it. GG. Hell yeah, thanks Divine Shield. Thanks everybody in the chat. Yeah, it was a real close one, but a dub is a dub, so we will take it. That is somewhat emblematic of Tempest runs, I think, in that, like, we were crushing all the fights leading up to that. We were just slam jamming our way through, and then we get to the Void, and I was like, you know, I'm in danger. But we managed to pull through at the end there. The Retaliate. This was the most instrumental card here, getting us the block we needed and a lot of damage. That was a close one, but we got it, so GG, great run. I think I do have time for at least one more attempt. Maybe we'll do a quick one. Actually, you know what? It has been a long time since I have done a challenge coin. So maybe it'd be fun to do a quick challenge coin run on I-30.